Hi guys, today we have something really interesting, and this is the thing. This is a very small package and it packs a punch. This is the Patriot Viper VP4100 PCI M.2 SSD, and it's not just any M.2 PCI SSD or all the title that goes with it. It's the Gen4 PCI M.2 SSD. So this is up to 5000 megabytes per second read and 4400 megabytes per second write. And we're going to do some testing. We have to check the speeds to see if it really does work at that speed. Of course, we have here the 1 terabyte SSD, so this is actually a really huge one, and it has a passive cooler on it. So let's open the box and check it out from closely. It actually has a really nice box, I have to admit. One of the few M.2 SSD that has a nice box with magnetic side doors, and it has demolish your rivals at hypersonic speed with Patriot Viper's VP4100, assembled with Phison's powerful E16 controller to provide the graphic heavy tasks, premium action-packed gaming sessions, and solid multitasking capabilities. And there's something else here, compatible with latest blah blah blah. We're only using Windows 10, of course, and we have the SSD right here. At the back it says capacities from 1 terabyte to 2 terabytes, NVMe PCI Express Gen4x4. Okay, you might have noticed I have a build right here, so we're going to test it on that build, but let's check out how it looks. Here we go. Okay, this is the SSD. It has a passive cooler on it, which is really nice, of course, as usual. And this time, since you have a passive cooler here, on the other side you have all the writing. So this says Viper Gaming VP4100 series, 1 terabyte, Gen4x4 M.2 2200 AT, and the passive cooler is actually really slim. Usually you get higher profile passive coolers on the M.2 SSDs, but basically this is quite alright. I mean, there's I have no words. If you don't have cooling on your motherboard already for the M.2, this is the thing to go, definitely. But until I say final conclusion, we need to test out the speed. So let's plug it into that PC over there and test it out, do some benchmarks, and of course final conclusion. I ran 3 different tests, 3 different programs. It was AIDA64, Crystal Disk Mark, and ATTO Disk Benchmark. Now here is the thing, I got 3 different results, and the Crystal Disk Mark has 4700 megabytes per second read, it has 4300 megabytes per second write. Now that is, in the read case, it's 280 megabytes less than they wrote. On the box it says up to 5000 megabytes per second read and up to 4.4 thousand megabytes per second write. Now here it says 4.7 thousand megabytes per second read, so that's 280 less, which isn't that bad. And when it comes to write, the 4.2 thousand megabytes per second is like 130 megabytes per second less. Now that's for the crystal disc mark. You can see the IOPS as well on each one of them. Now when we go to the auto disc benchmark, we have the write speeds up to 4.0 gigabytes per second, which is 400 megabytes less. And when we go to the read one, we have 4.4 gigabytes per second. That's the read, so that's 600 megabytes less. Now I entered the BIOS, checked the Gen4x4. Basically everything was checked. So the crystal disc mark, I don't know if that shows the real situation, because all the benchmarks that I did with the crystal disc mark were actually more correct than the ATTO disc benchmark and AIDA 64. But nevertheless, I mean, this M.2 Gen4x4 SSD really does work perfectly, and it says up to, it doesn't say directly 5000 megabytes read, 4.4 thousand megabytes write. It says up to, so basically this is quite alright. I have to say I was expecting at least 4900 megabytes per second read, and well, the write is actually okay. I mean, 120 megabytes less, it's not that big of a deal. But to be honest, 280 megabytes isn't big of a deal as well. So yeah, guys, I mean, this is sick. This is sick. Gen4x4 Patriot Viper VP4100 PCI M.2 SSD with 1 terabyte storage. Guys, that's it. I'll put the links below. If you're running X570 motherboard, then this is quite alright. Don't forget to check it out, check the prices. I have to say again, this SSD goes in 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte capacity, so you can't get 250, 500 or 256 or 512 or something like that. Only 1 terabyte and 2 terabyte. So guys, thank you for watching. Links are below for you to check out this and to check out the prices and where to buy and similar stuff like that. And of course, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell button, and see you next time in a new video. Bye bye guys.